XSRX Willie Kins here, and I'm gonna fill you in some information just in case you didn't see my driver's test 23 and 2 on Dome video. I had to take my driver's test Thursday, and well, I was a little worried about it because if you fail, you got to wait a really long time to take it again, and I just did not want to fail that test. So I ended up passing it. I'll go ahead and tell you that, but it actually, like, I was worried about it, and it seemed pretty easy, like I mean, I'm a good driver, and the lady said I was a good driver. I only missed one thing, and that was not looking over my shoulder when I merged into another lane when I was on a 4-lane, and that's a pretty easy mistake to make. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. But the thing is that I want to talk about is nervousness. Like, I'd say if anybody here does, and look at me just getting raped by that bouncing Betty right there. Just so fun when that happens. But most people get nervous when they have like big things. I mean, even things as small as like gaming. Like someone sitting there smack talking you, and they're like 1v1 me, 1v1 me, 1v1 me, and you finally agree because they won't shut up. Because I mean, me, there's no point in wasting my time in 1v1s. Because the way I look at it is my playing and my posting videos on here does the talking for me. If they think they're better than me, they think they're better than me. You're not going to be the best. There's no one that can say they're the best. Because COD is all about connection, things like that. And I mean, yeah, I'd still be a good player with a bad connection, but I wouldn't be as good as I am if I did have a bad connection. Because that does mean a lot. Like, especially if you 1v1'd, I'd say if you guys are even skill, you'll look like you got dominated if that guy hosted, and it's just stupid. People are saying that they beat this guy, they beat that guy in a 1v1, but sometimes 1v1s ain't the best way to see how good of a player you are. I think to see how good of a player you are, there's a lot of things go into effect, and one being how well you work with the team. Because, I mean, yeah, there's free-for-all players out there, and, that's what it means to them is 1v1s. That's all they care about. But I'm a team player. I play a lot of, TDM, domination. I just recently started playing TDM. I started playing some free-for-all recently, too. Just trying to get some short, quick gameplays, do some commentaries, because you guys like it, when you see people go, like, 30-1 in free-for-all and things like that. Been trying to get a couple of those gameplays, have a couple of those posted sometime this week, hopefully. But another thing is game battles, like, if DG, sites like that, whenever you play your first match on there, most of the time you're worried, I know me and Crisis YT has a GB team on game battles, and if you want to add it, it's called YouTube Unit. If you want to, challenge us or something like that, just go ahead if we noticed you challenged us, or post a comment on this video and we'll check you out. We'll play you probably. I don't see us denying it, but, if we get around to it, we'll play you. And I know that every time I go in there, we play 12 games total with 6-6. Every time I go into a match, there's always that jitters, that pre-game jitters, because you don't want to be, because, I mean, me and Crisis are both really good players, and most of the time, you get really good players on there. And when you go into those matches, you just, I mean, I don't know if it happens to you guys, but it happens to me. I don't want to be a bottom of the list. I mean, we play, domination mostly now. We used to play TDM, and I mean, it don't matter now. Domination, it's all about, if you get the win, don't matter what your KD is. I mean, that's the way I play domination when I play it. If, I go 34-3 while getting the win, I go 34-3. If I go 20-19 while getting the win, I got the win. I'm trying to make my KD, my win-loss ratio positive, because that's really what shows how good of a player you are, is your win-loss ratio. I don't think your KD does. But, I mean, you just always just get worried, I mean, a lot of people perform in the clutch, but in that case, it's not really, you're not clutching anything. And see, that's what bothers me. Because, I mean, I have no problem with dealing with pressure, especially when it comes to Xbox. And, we need one kill and they need one kill, and I'm the only one, all my teammates are camping in a corner. I have no problem being the one that runs out there and gets the kill or something like that. And, I mean, it just, you don't want to be the one who dies, And when you're playing in GB, I mean, pubs is different. If you die, you die. You're going to play 10 more matches today. That match, you're not going to go to sleep being like, dang, should have won that. No. But in GB, you're always going to see that loss. Always. Every single time you get on, you're going to see that loss. And that just bothers me. I mean, like, we're 6-6, right? And I mean, we played some pretty good people in that 6-6, and I mean, we got like a complete upset loss one time, like this 0-17. We was like, holy crap, how did we lose to them? And I mean, it was just insane that we lost. But it just you don't want a loss. I mean, it matters that much on GB because that that's where you're in competitive. You're competitively gaming. You're going for it. You go out there, and every time you hit accept a match or post this challenge or something, you're saying I'm putting my pride on the line because that's what you're doing. You're putting your pride on the line because if you lose, they think they're better than you. If you win, they say, well, these guys are pretty good. And especially when me and Nick have our YouTube accounts on our GB team. So in situations like that, I mean, where they're looking on your YouTube, they're seeing how good you are. They're saying, oh, these guys are actually, pretty good watching them on YouTube videos. It makes them want to beat you even more. And when you lose, they like to say, oh, yeah, good YouTubers you are. Because everybody just expects us. Because we post gameplays and things like that. They expect us commentators to be amazing. Well, everybody has those matches. Everybody has those bad days. Everything. So, I mean, just lay off a little bit, guys. I mean, yeah, we're good players, but that don't mean we are always this good. Everybody has problems. Everybody has those matches. I sound like Miley Cyrus saying that, but you gotta win on GB, and it really gets to you when you lose, especially when you're the reason. Like, I mean, one match, it happens, and it rotates. Nick might lose us a match because he goes horribly negative, and then I might lose a match because we go horribly negative. Well, then one of us might carry the other one. I mean, you gotta play good for 2, sometimes even 3 matches if it goes to 3 games, and to consistently play that amazing on that level of gaming. It's kind of hard sometimes. But yeah, guys, that's about all I got to say about, anxiety and GB and things like that. That wasn't what I was wanting to talk about mostly, but, that's a good example.